This was the first time. I reckon the other one was worse.
Okay, so what do you put most of? What platform are you most successful on?
Probably Facebook.
Yeah.
Cause
And what's your page called?
just my name, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know, like you just do what you do, but
Are you on
looking back,
YouTube?
so I used to put things on that because, like I said, I'm a comedian. So then I could put up like when there was like a gig on, like I went touring, and I could because I found Facebook was good for that.
Yeah, for sure.
And then so I didn't pay much attention to the other ones, which I kind of regret now, and I'm trying to, but you just do what you do. Oh, not really, nah.
No.
I probably should have
Because that one will pay you.
Yeah.
Just Facebook?
Well, not like they don't pay you themselves, but it's been good for being able to go direct to fans.
Yep.
So like
it's great for marketing gigs because you can pay for advertising that goes directly to your fans or people that like what you like and stuff.
Yeah. And also, I've sold good tickets through there.
Do you have merchandise?
Yeah. Merchandise, like I'm pretty happy that I'm more just like proud to like if someone wants to wear a shirt or something.
Hell yeah, they would.
Like it's not. You get like $5 for a shirt, so it's not a big thing.
But even stubby coolers, things like that, you know.
But yeah, that's just like kind of like, oh cool, like someone wants to wear your face on a shirt, like that's pretty rad.
Yeah, well.
Not a lot of comedians do it.
Do you on Instagram? There's this oh yeah, well there's so many on Instagram, isn't it? So competitive.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like.
I follow a guy, the Indian Dad. He is.
Maybe I should be Aussie Dad or something.
Yeah, well, you could be. He just does all stupid dad jokes.
Oh yeah.
But he makes them up, and he's very, very clever. You should follow him.
There's a lot of guys, isn't there now? There's so many.
Very clever. He is really fun, and he's actually. I think he's a lawyer.
Let's see.
So he's not a comedian as such, but I'm telling you.
Well,
he has me in fits of laughter.
That's what like I said, coming up through the scene, local gigs here, and then I'd just be whinging for years. Ask Dana, I was pretty painful to be around because no one cares. And then it's kind of like
How long have you guys known each other?
That's what I said, like 15 years probably now.
Yeah, long time.
But I'd be like whinging, but then I just like eventually, after years into it, I'm like, well, just got to find your own
niche.
Yeah, people that like what you do.
Which is a privilege, really, to have the following that you have and stuff.
Yeah,
it's awesome. I reckon that's outstanding.
It's living the dream, really.
It's organic.
But that's like.
Be good if it could pay you money though.
At first, yeah, that's the thing. It's been a lot of mental sort of dealing with it mentally because.
Do you do dances? Do you do like the TikTok dances and stuff?
Not
That'd
really.
be funny.
No, he doesn't really do that.
I reckon that'd be funny.
Yeah, sure. But I kind of I get along well like bands, a lot of musos, and on the rock circuit.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't know that, Goxie. Do you perform at their gigs?
Well, I've done. Well, the last couple of years things have been a bit weird with the
COVID and stuff.
Virus that's going around. You might have heard of it.
A little.
But I was I was like touring around with a few bands. It was fun, yeah.
Would you open for them, Goxie?
Yeah, like host and stuff. And,
oh yeah, you'd be great at that. Like what do they call that? Master of
MC,
Ceremonies.
Yeah.
Like the other year, have you heard of Violent Soho? They're like a big Brizzy band.
Yeah.
They did a massive show at Mansfield Tavern for Chrissy, and I was like Santa Claus. It was really fun.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And I was like dressed up as Santa.
See, so you could do that at Christmas time, like be Santa and go to the entertainment.
Well, that's what I was saying. Not so much dances, but like I'd go crowd surfing and stuff, and people were like, "Oh, it's Santa crowd surfing," and
that's brilliant.
Yeah, and so just more that, and that's great because I grew up being a fan of those scenes and bands, so that's my kind of, just
Where'd you grow up?
Not far from here, Sunnymake Hills actually.
Okay.
And
And how old are you?
37.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a youngster.
Yeah. So I put this off for ages, but
I don't blame you. Yo. You're doing really well.
Yeah, is it got a stigma around being hairy?
I think partly is what we tell our own self, don't you think?
Yeah.
God, it's a bizarre look at this point.
Yeah, it could go.
Yeah, well,
I wonder if there's, like with hair, there's like
Big
mohawks and stuff. Could you do like?
Yeah, you could. It'd be like a goatee.
Yeah, like a Brazilian, but for your chest. A landing strip.
With a landing strip.
Yeah, for your chest.
Yeah, you could do too.
But I think it's like all these years. It's just like, oh, whatever. Like in my mind, I'm like not happy about being hairy. But then there must be like, obviously there's dudes like really
hairy.
Like I wasn't full on.
Oh.
I wasn't like full on upset about it, but there would be guys that it really does kind of.
Oh, it really.
They've got
it knocks their confidence.
Yeah.
Sorry, love.
But even like, I've done like,
breath.
yeah, I've done like bits of like gym here and there, but never been obviously.
It's not even happening to me. Not
yeah.
There we go.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know, like.
Looks like
it's pretty painful, but my worst thing is dentists. I hate dentists.
Oh, have you done that?
What?
Filmed yourself in the
Oh,
dentist?
no.
Well, that's next.
Maybe that's next.
Listen
Pulling
to
the teeth out.
Dentists. And it is like...
No one likes dentists.
But there's two parts to it. There's like the painful bits, and then there's the gross with like the vacuums and all that crap.
It's the drill.
Yeah.
It's that hideous noise of the drill. Oh, it makes your blood run cold. Zzz, yeah, yuck.
Yeah. No good.
Because once you've had a needle in your mouth, you can't feel anything anyways.
Yeah. Well, that when I had the 4 wisdoms out.
All at once.
Yeah, and that was like, obviously.
Did you bruise?
Obviously, when you've got the needle, like that numbs it. But then the next day, when that wears off, it was like intense pain.
Oh yeah.
I was pretty much just like.
Yeah, you can feel it in your bones, can't you?
Yeah, I was just like, I just want to sleep. I want to be in a coma or something. Like that sounds
Wake
intense.
me when it's done.
So that really made me think about. I know this is a pretty intense topic. You know, like whatever. What do you call it? Like chronic pain and all that.
Oh yeah, people live with that every day.
Yeah. So.
Or if you're.
It's just the debate's just got intense here.
Yeah.
Dealing with big topics.
Real topic. I'm impressed that you can still talk to me while I'm pulling your hair out. Most people can't.
It's actually good to have something to think about.
Distraction.
Last time I'm just in this dude's house.
And he's not talking to you?
No, it's just silence.
Well, that's uncomfortable.
And I'm just... Yeah.
Yeah, that's awful anyway. Big breath. Oh.
That's why I was like, when I contacted you, I was like... Because he said no. I was like, maybe it's a whole industry thing.
No. Had you asked many people before me?
No, you're the first.
Yeah. No, I don't tap call, okay? I don't think most people would either.
Yeah, it might have been...
Unless he's trying to dodge the tax man.
It's hard to know. It could be anything, but yeah.
Well.
Or, yeah, maybe he thought it's kind of like a current affair, kind of like...
Yeah, but... Yeah. Oh,
maybe some of his techniques
questionable.
aren't approved by
the waxing,
yeah.
the Global
Waxing
Waxing
Industry.
Association.
Australian hair.
Association.
It is like, I'm just thinking like procedures you're allowed to do, because I was like, when I was younger I had dreadlocks, probably couldn't do that because people would be like cultural appropriation.
Yeah, you could.
I'd get cancelled, wouldn't I, Dan?
Yeah, you got to be careful these days.
Really?
I'm just being silly.
It's not so much you get cancelled, but you
it makes you like.
Well, people get
offended.
with everything.
Yeah.
Which
do you find that? And it's like, are you kidding me?
No, well, I'm fine with being respectful.
Of course. Well, you're not hurting anybody. If anyone,
but even
except for yourself.
Yeah.
That's one of those things where it's more just like, you look at like a white dude with dreads, you just like, oh, what an idiot. So not idiot, that's not right, you know. But
there's lots of white guys that have that have dreads.
I was just being a bit silly saying cancelled, but it's. There is people who take it full on, like, you can't do that.
And you'll offend all people all the time. Someone's going to be offended.
Yeah.
Like you want to see some of the messages I get.
I like to...
What? People are complaining about getting waxed?
No, just inappropriate weirdos.
Oh. Did I come in under that category?
No.
No, I like to...
didn't come under that
I like to
category.
think that I think about...
You're respectful.
I think well about anything I do. But there's always someone looking at a different angle. Like we're talking about the socials and that, we're always just constantly, most comedians do it, putting up photos, silly photos of things. Anyway, I photoed this kid at the footy the other day, but it's like from the side, not showing his face.
Yeah.
He's probably 12, 13, anyway. Of course, the joke wasn't about the kid, but then someone's like, "Oh, why are you taking photos of kids?"
And it's like, of course, that's what you're going to pick out of it, you know?
Yeah, and it's case by case. It's not if it was the kid was like.
See, you know what I would have said? I would have said, "That's my kid."
Yeah.
That's what I would have said. That's my child. No one can say this side on. It's not like you weren't focused on the kid necessarily, were you?
And then
But you know what I mean, like.
But sometimes I like to stir a little bit as well. I did post this thing once where I was, as a joke, I said, I wasn't actually taking a photo. I posted something online where I just wrote, write a written post, and I just went like, tried to take a photo of these kids in a playground because they weren't wearing masks. It was like during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then the teacher was angry, going, "Why are you taking a photo?" And then someone was replying, going like, "Why are you taking photos of kids?" And like,
yeah,
it's like, well, that was my fault for stirring up, But like, there's a few of us that are kind of like smart Alex like that, just trying to stir up. Oh.
Yeah, you're killing it.
Yeah, I could leave a little, it's like
a little tuft.
It's kind of like one of those, fedora guys, like Milady. It's like with a goatee, but it's like a chest goatee or something.
An extended goatee.
Do you, the other thing I was going to ask you, do you have, tips for, looking after it?
For your skin?
Because, the other time I didn't do it.
Did you get pimples?
What I was told. Yeah, they said about the ingrown, if they get covered and that.
Yes, but what can happen is you can end up with, ingrowns, or your skin will go, sometimes you can go red and dotty.
Yeah.
It's called pustules. Essentially, they look like pimples. No one wants them. Especially if you've gone through the pain of having your hair ripped out, you then don't want to have to cover yourself because your skin's gone bad.
Yeah.
So the best thing I can advise you to do, and to put on it, is vinegar.
Oh.
Okay? There's lotions and potions I could sell you, but in all honesty, vinegar.
And you just tap it.
Yep, you'll smell like a fish and chip shop for about 30 seconds.
Well, that's me anyway.
That smell will go, and it'll just draw moisture, so it'll dry the area out.
Sweet, thanks.
No worries. Right, that bit there.
Is this a bad bit? I'll gauge strong grip on the...
Yeah, I'm beside the bed.
Can you get a look at that grip?
So it must be hard to keep coming up with ideas.
Yeah.
I suppose, though, if you're watching reels and all that kind of thing, you get lots of ideas from there, I would imagine.
I just try to steer clear of that stuff.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
It'll give you a lot of great ideas for your content, I reckon.
No, but you can also be makes you think oh, that's done. That's, that's why.
Yeah, but if it.
That's
if
like
it's
for
viral,
this where I was just back myself, just yeah.
Yeah, just do
Do
it.
it, yeah. But then.
And it's how you frame it yourself anyway, isn't it, really?
And if you didn't actually see something too, then when someone accuses you too, where they're like, oh, you're ripping that, I'm like, well, I've never ever seen that.
Yeah. But you know what? So what?
Well, that's what, when I started stand-up, I was a big fan of it and watching a lot. And then since I don't really seek it out.
Yeah.
and that does allow you just to have your own style and stuff, because it's kind of just accidental when you're watching stuff that your influences.
Who do you like? Who are your comedians that you like?
Do you like Mitch Hedberg?
Yeah, he was my favourite. Because when I started, I was just like copying his sort of style and stuff. I was very young too. I had nothing to talk about. That was the problem.
Yes.
It's kind of like politics, you know, and feel like, oh, what would that 18-year-old know? Hasn't had life experience. Comedy's similar because it's like, if you got nothing to talk about.
Yeah, life experience is funny.
Yeah.
And things children do and what your partner does and
so
all that kind of silly stuff.
So I was just in like having jobs and stuff.
Or dad speak, you know.
And then so I was just doing like silly like wordplay and.
Goxie, are you happy with this amount of footage?
Yeah, we might do the back and then do you want to head off? Did you?
Oh well, I just wondered if you wanted me to keep recording because we got.
Well, you
about
can do little
20
bits if you want. Yeah.
Because there's like, I wanted to get you at the end, which is now basically.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought. If you can get a few face reactions and then doing it as well, and maybe I can like edit it together and.
Yeah. There's some good stuff in here.
Maybe do a bit of the back if you want. But
some of the little things you were saying about being aerodynamic and stuff, little snippets of that stuff is really funny, and you'll get like little snippets as it gets more and more or less hairy.
Yeah.